So in this video, we're going to learn about the last transformation, which is the properties of a dilation. A dilation, remember, is the size change, is shrinking or enlarging an object. So you can state how a dilation of an object is centered at a given point, and you can state the properties of a dilation. So a dilation is enlarging or shrinking an object by a given scale factor. So a scale factor, which is another big vocab word, is how many times an object is shrunk or enlarged. So if we look right here, this is a dilation. If I go from here to here, it is an enlargement, it got bigger. If it is an enlargement, that means the scale factor is greater than 1. So anytime if you take a length, so say this is 2 inches, which it's not, like 2 centimeters maybe, and if I want to double it, or I want to make bigger, I have to take it times a number that is bigger. And that is a very important factor here. It is not adding, it is timesing, it is multiplication. Many students mess that up. They think that you always add when you're doing dilations. So this length is 2, and then this length is 4. They think the scale factor is 1 because I added 1. Well, if you think that, you are thinking wrong. The scale factor is 2 times what is 3, which this is a simple algebra question. So you just divide by 2, and then my scale factor is 1.5. All right. Or if it was the other way around, you're shrinking it, then it'd be 3 times what is 2, and you would figure out the scale factor there. It is a reduction, or it gets smaller. The scale factor is greater than 0, but less than 1. If the scale factor is actually 1, it doesn't change because 9 times 1 is itself. So the scale factor, if it's less than 1, so it's a decimal or a small fraction, then is a reduction, or if it's enlargement, is just greater than 1. So again, we're going to look at Sketchpad to help you realize the properties of a dilation. So all dilations are centered around a given point. So again, I have this quadrilateral, this 4-sided figure, and here is my center. So let's label our vertices here. So we have this quadrilateral ABCD, and here is my center, and again, I double click on it to tell Sketchpad. It does that little funky circle thing to tell it's the center. Alright, so I'm performing the dilation on that quadrilateral. Transform, dilate. Now on here it says to notice fixed ratio. So they want to know the ratio. This right here is a fraction. So right now it's saying I want my scale factor to be a half. I want to cut everything in half. So I'm going to say okay, and it's centered at E, which is what I want. So there is my new figure. Like so. So what did it actually do? How did they figure out that it needs to go right here? To do a dilation, you take the distance from B to E and you cut it in half. And you take the distance from C to E and cut it in half. So in other words, we measure the distance from B to E. Is 7.3 centimeters, and then I measure the distance from E to B. It is 4 centimeters. And the same thing if I measure the distance from C to E, and then I measure the distance. And it doesn't matter which distance I measure. Notice the distance got cut in half. Alright, and then as I move my center, or I can move this object, the distance, if you look up here, it's always going to be cut in half. Now if I wanted to do an enlargement on this, I'm going to transform, then say I want to make it 3 times bigger. So I need to make that 3 and that 1. Oops, that's off this grid. Let's make it 2 times bigger. So then I have the fraction 2 over 1, which is just 2. Like so. So what that happened there is that this distance from here, need a point down there. So that distance from there to there is doubling the distance from B to E. Or it should be the same. Problem is it's not exactly on there. Right? So you're doubling how far away you are from the center here, E. So dilations, you're changing the distance from the center point. So you find how far each point is from the center, and then you take that distance and take it times the scale factor. So you are multiplying. You are not adding. That's the biggest mistake you can make with a dilation or any time you're doing scale factors, which we'll be doing a lot with, not only in this unit or units in the past or interdisciplinary unit that we're going to be doing also. So just a reminder to do reflections. You get credit for watching this video.